welcome Kyle Adams.
How many people have seen the poster? Have you guys seen the poster for the show? Okay. I look very similar to the other comic, which is that they got a guy from Eugene who looks just like me who was supposed to be on the show, and they're like, she's like, is there one like that in Portland? And she's like, yes, he looks exactly the same. I was typecast for this role, but I'm happy to be here. Make some noise for all the comics you've seen so far, everybody. Awesome. I'm excited about this show. I feel like we can get vulnerable here. Can we get vulnerable? Is that okay? Awesome. I lost my virginity in an above-ground pool in Florida. It gets worse. To the Daredevil soundtrack. And then the girl stole the CD. Most people want the moment that they lose their virginity to be special. I think it would be less embarrassing to tell people I'm still a virgin. Honestly, with that one. Oh man, I'm feeling good coming out of the pandemic. I've lost 70 pounds, which is awesome. Thank you. I put back on 40, but I need the validation, so thank you. I need it. No, I'm happy. I reached a milestone with my weight loss for sure because my niece, she no longer draws me fat in all of her pictures. I look like a person in her pictures now. I used to just be shapes. Just a bunch of big circles, and for some reason my head was a rectangle. I inquired about it. I was like, Quinn, why is my head a rectangle? She's like, you need to get your shit together, is why your head, you get a rectangle, bitch. No, I'm proud of myself, despite, I put my comedy online and people are mean. My favorite comment I got, it was from Buff Boy 42069. He said, yeah, that's a good name. Buff Boy said, you look like Weird Al Yankovic if he was stung by an entire hive of bees. And I was like, that's mean, but clever. I mean, no one's roasted me that hard since middle school. But I was upset because I crunched the numbers and I'm pretty sure an EpiPen and an accordion cost about the same right now. So make some quick decisions. No, I think I'm sexy. I think I nailed the look I'm going for. Yeah, thank you. And that's Hagrid's cocaine years. That's what we're going for. It's a blizzard, Harry. I definitely have a look to me. I understand this. No one is ever surprised when I tell them I've had sex in a van. And I live in Portland, Oregon, where they're very positive about that. They're like, I see that for you, dude. At least he's having sex at home. That's what they say as they walk away. I had sex in a van at a Renaissance fair. And I know what you're thinking, not historically accurate. You would be right. I tried to stay in character the whole time, though. I was like, "Milady, look at me when I do this." "Milady, where would you like me to spilleth my seed?" And she was like, "Come on my tits, what is wrong with you? Are you weird?" And I'm like, I thought we were both weird. We met at a Renaissance fair. That's what they put weird people, dude. You gotta be careful with who you make eye contact with during that show. You were a fantastic milady. Give it up for him. I'm a straight dude. Are you sure? It's funny, every time I come to Salem, people are like that. They're like, yeah, I don't know, dude. I announce publicly that I'm straight in Portland, and they're like, boo! I'm like, I live here. I am a straight dude, but I'm a straight dude who sucked a dick before. Anyone else? A straight dude sucked a dick before? Oh, you wanted to? Oh, he fucking wanted to, dude. He wanted to. The truth was gonna come out. I don't mean to call out the straights in the room, but ball cap, that's how you tell. have their hat on forwards. Or don't have their hat on forward. They have their hat on backwards. I'm looking at you, dude. You gotta want it. You gotta Ash Ketchum your hat backwards. You be like, I wanna be the very best. It's a logistics thing. You gotta get out of the way. You don't want to do that. You do not want to collect them all. Is that what you said? I'm going to drain them all. Oh, God. I'm going to drain every last one. I sucked a dick in middle school. And let me cut the tension in here immediately and tell you it was with another middle schooler, okay? It was not an episode of Dateline. No one went to jail. It was just two boys playing doctor. That's what they called it. Two boys playing doctor. I don't know what doctor sucks dick on the clock. But I'm assuming it was a podiatrist. I'm not kink shaming, but you're into feet. I don't know what else you're into. You're the kinkiest doctor by far. I know that I'm straight because I sucked a dick. That's how you find out, straight men. You gotta do the double blind Pepsi taste challenge. That's how you find out. Because I didn't like it. I wasn't a fan. It was not my cup of tea. I was proud of myself, though. I feel like I did myself a service. I gave it the old middle school try. Here's the thing I believe in. This is why this bit is so much fun. I believe in my heart every single straight dude has had a gay experience in his life. And I know we're not ready to talk about it as a society yet. And that's okay. Someday, sir. Someday. Someday you'll be brave enough. And here's the thing, like, that's perfectly fine. I'm not going to put any pressure on you. But if you are a straight dude in here and you've had a gay experience and you're keeping it a secret, that's so fucking gay. That's extra gay. Like, you had a covert penis go inside of you and only you and Matt know about it? I mean, Matt's a good dude, but I don't know if he can be trusted. I eat pussy too. Calm down, straight dudes, okay? My pussy eating card. You gotta eat that flappy hole, right, gentlemen? Yeah, you can hear all the women turned off right away as I said the word flappy hole. I think the only person, or the only group of people who have made a worse term for vagina other than flappy hole are the British. Have you ever heard what British people call vagina? Clunge is one of them. Clunge. Yeah, clunge sounds like it will grab your dick and never let it go. It's mine now, isn't it? you got to eat that flappy hole, gentlemen. I was going down on a lady, and she was someone. I went down on a lady that I had had a crush on for a very long time, and it was awesome. It was one of those moments where the stars aligned and we were able to hook up in this beautiful moment. And as I was going down on her, she farted in my face. And here's the thing. She made two mistakes. First of all, she drew attention to it. Don't do that. Because I'm a professional. I've worked in worse situations before. I used to wait tables at a Red Robin. I know a shitty situation when I got myself into it. First problem, she called attention to it. That made it awkward for both of us. Second mistake, she called it a toot. She said, "Sorry I tooted." The least sexy way to say that. And my dick went inside of itself like one of those lightsaber toys from the 90s. Oh, man. That was gross. I live in Portland, so there's a common occurrence that happens in Portland. And it is that, especially when I was single, when I would go out to bars sometimes, I would be on what I thought was a pretty good date, and a lesbian would come in and steal my date. It happened so often, I just started calling it the PDX Shuffle. I was at a karaoke bar, I was having a very nice date, I thought. I'm talking to this lady, and this very powerful lesbian comes in. That's the best way I can say it, powerful. And it's not even that she stole my date. She had better game than me, let's be honest. She came in, she slapped her hand down on the table we were sitting at. She looked my date dead in the eyes, and she said, "Daddy's home." I'm daddy. And I looked at my date, and I was like, it was very nice to meet you. I think you're in good hands. I think daddy fists on the first date. You're in for a treat. And here's the thing. I'm not proud. I am a good pussy eater. I know I am. But I know when I'm on the ropes. You know, like I could go toe to toe with a featherweight lesbian. But a heavyweight's gonna put me in my place every single time. I would learn from daddy. I would be proud to learn from daddy. I would go underneath daddy's tutelage, if you would. She could be my lesbian Jedi master. She could be my OBGYN Kenobi. Second Star Wars reference. Oh, man. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be in a real city, which is nice. I do a lot of road comedy, which means I drive through a lot of rural parts of the Pacific Northwest. Like a lot of places I don't think Wi-Fi has gotten to yet. Like they gotta walk down to the library to print off the latest QAnon. Like that kind of a vibe. Getting dial-up conspiracy theories. Birds aren't real. My favorite part about being out in that area, though, I do a little light reading, and that's on the back of pickup trucks. And those bumper stickers, oh my goodness. Their opinions have gotten so intense, they can't find bumper stickers in stores that represent them anymore. So now they print their own. Have you seen these artisanal redneck bumper stickers? My favorite one, it just said, wokeness equals ignorance. Ignorance equals bondage. I was like, that is intense. But ironic because my bumper sticker just says, bondage. The thumbs up next to it, I'm a fan. Also, I don't think those good old boys are being honest with themselves. I think they're way more into bondage than they're letting on. Most likely, exactly. Have you seen their belt buckles? They're huge, dude. Like, why? Why are they so big? Unless you want to be tied down. Also, it'd be really cute to find out that a redneck safe word was tarnation. That means stop, Matt. Oh, man, I grew up in Florida. Ugh. Oh, God, you said, oh, God. That's the right response. I've never heard a more appropriate response to that before. So I appreciate that. Florida, you're right. Florida is full of sociopaths. It's a rough area. Like, if you're someone, like, the only people who thrive down there are people who have a desire to own a boat full of cocaine and they've never blinked before in their life. So those are the people. Like, Florida's the state for you. You found it. You know, I don't think it's where they make sociopaths, but it's definitely where they thrive, is what I would say. Yeah, my grandfather was one of the biggest sociopaths I ever met. He's a bad dude. He was a bulgy-eyed redneck. He kind of looked like a goldfish that was raised in a bowl of Coors Light. I think it would turn out like that. He's a bad dude. He was a racist. He was a homophobe. He was a sexist. Or old-fashioned, as he called it. Yeah, sounds about right. Old-fashioned values, you know. I'm glad he's gone. He's dead. He died. Yeah, thank you. A dead bigot. That deserves an applause. Thank you. I wish he would have lived a little longer, because it would have been fun for me to introduce him to one of my non-binary friends. And then he'd just have a stroke and die that way. He wouldn't be able to wrap his head around it. He'd be like, they're doing what? And I would be like, dude, did you just get their pronouns right on the first try? How did you do that? Oh my God, he just hooped it. You hooped it, dude. Oh man. Here's a fun story about him. First of all, I need to preface it with this. I have a bone to pick with McDonald's. This is a kid's meal body. They got me early. This is Happy Meal body. That's all I gotta say. And he took me to McDonald's one time, and I don't know if you remember this, but when McDonald's didn't have a movie or a TV show to promote, they just had boys' toys and girls' toys. They split it up into genders. They had Hot Wheels and they had Barbie dolls. And I had the audacity to order a girl's Happy Meal toy in front of him. And he went in the ground thinking I was gay. Like, I might as well put a dick in my mouth in the back of that Buick. This was long before I actually did put a dick in my mouth, so it might have been some kind of dick-fulfilling prophecy. I don't know. It's bound to happen. And here's the thing. I am painfully heteronormative. I was not getting that Barbie doll to play with. I was getting that Barbie doll to marry. To my Ninja Turtle dolls. Because they've been living in sin for far too long, right? 4 teenage boys hanging out with an old rat? I don't like that. That is not a nuclear family. So he saw me in the back, playing with that derpy-faced, lead-painted Barbie doll. And he's like, I bet he's jealous that she gets to wear that pretty pink dress and he doesn't. But really, I'm like, looking at that Barbie doll like, I can't wait to get this piece of ass home. So Michelangelo can rearrange her guts. And I tell this story to you now, being like, yeah, that was a straight 10-year-old boy. Not realizing the gayest thing a 10-year-old boy could do is plan a wedding. That's by far. All right, I got one more for you, and then we get out of here. I'm in therapy. Yeah, it's 2 women clapping. You hear that, guys? You hear that, gentlemen? There are 2 ladies clapping who desperately need their husbands and boyfriends to get into therapy. That's because there's a lot of dudes out there that are auditing therapy from their girlfriends. I'm sorry, what I meant to say was you're bootlegging therapy from your new mommy is what you're doing. I got into therapy because I went on a bad date with a therapist. I do not recommend. You date a lady who sells donuts, you get free donuts. Good on you. You date a lady who does therapy, she gives you free therapy, which you do not want. She sat me down, she looked me in the eyes, and she's like, after talking to me for 10 minutes, she's like, you have complex PTSD. I'm like, I have more now. This is insanely uncomfortable. I thought that she liked me. She saw me do a long set, and then she gave me her number. But I forgot that I talked about my dead mom for like 10 minutes during that set. So she wasn't looking for a date. She was looking for a client, right? Just watching my set, she's just like, this is some spicy trauma. I'm in therapy now, but I've been looking for it for such a long time that now all of my targeted ads on Facebook are for therapy. And my favorite one I've seen so far, it's just called Man Therapy. It's good news for the gentleman in the center of the room. Therapy that's not for pussies, am I right? They're trying to reach men with their advertising. They're saying things like, it's trash day for your brain. It's time to clean out those mental gutters. But depressed people don't do chores. I don't know if anyone's told them. Like, I've been sleeping on the same pile of unfolded laundry for 2 weeks. That's not how you reach me. Also, I clicked the link to Man Therapy. Took me to Joe Rogan's podcast. Just full circle. All right, hey, you guys have been so awesome. I really appreciate you. Thank you. I too have merch to hawk. I have a glow-in-the-dark sticker that says "Fuck Kyle." So for the guys that didn't like the therapy bit, you can buy that one. And I have a little sticker with me as an Italian chef that says "Spicy Trauma." So if you would like that, please let me know after the show. All right, now I'm going to answer some questions.
Give it up for Kyle. Remember, if you want to ask him a question, it says Luke Miller. So
same guy from Eugene, though.
Yeah. They're practically twins. All right. I got a question for you.
Yes.
What's the most times you've had sex in one day?
5 times, but I thought I was gonna I was dehydrated as hell after that. Like I literally chugged like an entire Gatorade, like one of the big Gatorades with a handle. Like I thought like a handle's worth. I felt depleted. It was no longer in me, if you would.
All right, give it up for 5 times. All right, thank you very much. Give it up for him. I'll bring you back up in a minute. Hi.
Hello.
I don't remember which one of these had your question, so same old bullshit of me going down the list here. How about while you're up here, if I see one that's for me, I'll answer it.
Okay.
And then I don't have to keep going back and forth.
Can I tell you my food truck name?
Yeah, do it. What's your food truck name?
Take 5.
All right. This person wants to know how many people constitute an orgy. I think it's 4.
4? I think 4, because a threesome would be 3. But is that 4th person in the cuck throne, or are they like tagged in. Like that's the real. Because I think it could still be an orgy if someone's not tagged in. I don't know. I mean, any wrestling fans out there know the rules? I'm not sure. Five. Wow.
You think 5 has to be? I was debating between 4 and 5.
I say 5.
Okay.
5.
All right.
That's a party.
All right. We've come to an agreement. That is the official definition. Now, this is the person that I had to look this up.
Oh.
Because, you know, I'm a retired hoe, so I don't know the new stuff
If it's
anymore.
space docking, she's not ready for that.
It says, is DVD real?
Oh, I hope not.
So I looked it up, and it was double vaginal, double anal.
Well, the math checks out with her on that one. I mean, carry the one.
5 for a gangbang.
Yeah. 5 for double vaginal, double anal, apparently.
Come on, that's painful. Don't you think?
I love how you're looking at it from a mom's point of view. You're like, you're going to need Bactine after that.
No, I just worry about, like, hemorrhoids in the future.
Oh,
you know?
for sure.
But I don't. Nobody's gonna. I was gonna say, has anybody in here been double anally penetrated? But nobody's gonna answer that. You can always email me and tell me that.
I think you have to put one in one way and then another way to fit them in, like shoes in a shoebox, right? Like, is that how you? I mean, would you? The expert.
Okay, this one's for you.
Okay.
Have you had sex with more than one person in a single day?
3. I showered in between. Okay, I know some people are judging me. I'm not like the BV king. I'm BV's patient 0. No, no. You have to dude. The scheduling behind 3 in a day, I think is more impressive.
Was that the rent fair?
It was. You know, that was only. It was 1 and then a squire. So I mean, it would be not quite an orgy.
All right. You get all the really perverted questions.
I'm ready for him. I think
Gee,
it's most
wonder
respectful
why.
that way.
All right. Have you ever shat on someone's chest or done the Cleveland Steamer headstand?
Someone said, just admit it. Someone's fucking gross. I'm sorry. Like, where does kink shaming end? Like, I think that's the hard line for me. I mean, I've been peed on, so I'm not. And it's not the same ballpark. It's a completely different ballpark.
Right, and here's the deal. This is a sex-positive show, so we're not shaming anything for anything, but sometimes you guys just go over the line.
Yeah,
All right.
I mean, if you're saran wrapped, that's a Cleveland Steamer. If you're saran wrapped, that glass bottom butt, what is that? Oh.
They also want to know if you're a Barbie or a Bratz girl.
I'm a Barbie girl. I've been a Barbie girl for a long time. Except I got in trouble. I used to be babysat by a family that had daughters, and I would just go and take off all the Barbie's clothes and hide them. I would hide them. I mean, that's where that story ends. I don't know. I don't know what that means. We have a psychologist in here who can evaluate.
All right, we got a whole story here, kind of.
Nice.
Short answer is I barely get laid, so I don't have one.
Aww.
Oh.
Is that an incel or a sad lady?
I don't know. Is that somebody that wants to admit that was them? Okay. All right, if anybody would like to have sex with that person, stop by and say hi at the end of the show. I don't know. I would also say, make sure that they can't. Never mind. I'm not going to say that. This one's blank. Oh, wait. I fucked my high school bully's dad last weekend. Yeah! Who's that for?
I love that. It's like
I love
full.
it too.
It's like full circle. It's like it's not my dad will beat up your dad. It's like I'll fuck your dad. That'll
All
be
right.
really hard for you to unpack later.
Anybody have a question they just want to yell out for Kyle, and then we're gonna get out of here. Aw.
I told him this earlier, and I was gonna make a joke about it. Has your grandfather ever passed down his old-fashioned ghost costume?
His old-fashioned ghost costume. You know, that's a
That
tough
question
one.
was sent in, and I ignored it, so
Yeah.
I
a
kind of
tough
understand why you're not getting laid. Now, no, I love you guys. You've been a great audience. Thank you so much
That's
for
so good.
coming. Everybody drive safely.